It's Week 4 of the National Football League.
And there's no love lost between these AFC South foes.
It's the Jaguars and the Texans on EA SPORTS.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA SPORTS. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column. Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his second season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. The numbers for Mixon last week, 5 carries, 56 yards.
And simply put, partner, we're witnessing one of the best offensive players in the league so far this season. What he's been doing has him 2nd in rushing across the NFL, and the top spot is clearly in sight. He's confident. His blockers are confident. He's having a heck of a year.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Jaguars to take over for the first time behind Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback in season number 4.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
first carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Here's third and a few inches. They'll run with Etienne.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A give to Etienne running right.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Lawrence will throw.
He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17.
Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Duvernay in motion. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now Lawrence.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
56 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Mixon. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
They'll run with Mixon, fighting through. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's got it to Collins, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Breaks through the contact. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Here comes third and the length of the football. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Called that a very strong gain of 24. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent.
Who did things largely below the radar? Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Stroud to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And the this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Stroud off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Play action. Stroud now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 70. And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. That one complete downfield to Kirk. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. It's Anthony Richardson, the Florida man, with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they've gone to halftime, all square, at 13-all. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic early lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, He was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
On second down, ETN once more.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 41.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Another tote for ETN.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. Stroud sets up the play action.
That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shedding the tackle. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Mixing up the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's a run with Mixon. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you're...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
It's caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39.
Again, it's Lawrence. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And they'll get this down to the 10. Couple of nice plays for Jacksonville. Another first down there.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
To throw again is Lawrence.
And fights him off. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Gabriel Davis
with an amazing diving catch.
And the Jaguars are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
That's caught.
The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
At the 34-yard line.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
Again, it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, it's Mixon.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
145 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
And now out come the Jags.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But
I like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Houston, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.